With its staff of over 300 student reporters, the Daily Texan is one of the most awarded college newspapers in the nation. In its over 120-year history, the paper has produced 25 Pulitzer Prize winners among its former staffers. But with all this prestige comes the question, how exactly is the Daily Texan printed?
It'll go through 2 rounds of copy editing, and that's just like grammar, spelling, fact-checking, etc. One of the managing editors will take a look at it, and we'll do things like copy edits that might have been missed, but also things like style, flow, overall comprehension. If it's print, it will then go on to designers who will put it on a page, make it look pretty. It will go through 2 rounds of page edits, and then finally it all gets uploaded to the printer, and yeah, we feed in the stands the next morning.
But when the last story is edited and the last page is designed, the paper isn't printed anywhere on campus, nor anywhere in Austin. Rather, the Daily Texan is sent off for production at the New Braunfels Herald Zeitung, a local newspaper over 50 miles away.
We print 50 other newspapers, not just ours. We print the UT paper. We print Texas State's paper. We print a lot of people up in the hill country, all the way down in the valley, all into San Antonio. We print a whole lot of newspapers, and then we have to deliver them also.
Founded in 1852, the Herald Zeitung is the 3rd oldest news publication in the state of Texas, and has printed the Daily Texan for nearly 10 years. But this begs the question, why is the Daily Texan printed so far away?
If you were pretty much anywhere in in this building, even on the top floor, when the press started up, you would feel it physically. It would rumble, and the building would shake a little bit.
It was loud. There was whirring and clanking and the sound of just 50,000 papers being printed, not really a sound that exists many places anymore.
Leah Finnegan most recently served as the editor-in-chief of Gawker Media. She's also a former editor of the New York Times. But before all of that, she was the editor-in-chief of the Daily Texan from 2008 to 2009, the final year the paper operated its own in-house printing press.
No one on staff wanted to sell it, but it was clear that they wanted to get rid of it. It was basically worth nothing. I didn't want to be known as the editor who sold off the printing press because that was such a huge thing for the newspaper, but it was kind of a foregone conclusion.
The real inciting reason was the building we're in, which is so important for our operations, needed a lot of unglamorous, inside the walls work done. It was like, well, maybe this is a natural time to make that shift, to have it be outsourced. And
while the Daily Texan remains in print, those behind the scenes acknowledge that the way the news gets to people has changed.
Digital. It's all gone digital, a long way. We have more people read the paper digitally than we do in print now. And quite frankly, I didn't think that shift would happen for a little longer, but it has happened.
During the time when I was delivering the paper is when 9/11 happened. The next morning, September 12th, I was delivering the paper to Riverside. I remember getting out of the car, moving to put the bundles into the newspaper box. Before I could even do that, the students were ripping them out of my hands, reading them, because reading the news on your personal device was not really a thing at that point.
The sad thing is that when print gets excised, you lose a lot of jobs. But on the flip side, a lot of jobs are created by digital too.
But despite these changes in the industry, for now, the Daily Texan's print edition is here to stay.
There's still enough demand for the physical paper, and it has implications for advertising, a platform they want to be in.
There is something so satisfying about picking up a physical paper. It's like a rare treat, and we are honestly spoiled to go to a college campus where we have easily accessible newspapers that are covering contemporary topics.
We still have to gather the news. We still have to get it together. We still have to have reporters do their job. So there'll always be some type of newspaper. It just may not be in the printed form. I hope that never goes away. I really do. And I think it'll be a long time if it ever does. But at some point it probably will.